this is where we get to put on our marketing hat. Sometimes homes need staged a little bit. They need cleaned up a little bit. It used to be the roof could be falling in and whatever, and they just had to take whatever they could get. Now buyers are a little pickier. Of course, it costs a lot more money now to buy a property. Interest rates are much, much higher. So they're a little pickier on that. But there's going to be some homes that you need to have them fixed up. You need to make them look a little nicer. And then more importantly, target the right people so that you can get good quality prospects coming in. I think right now, even before all the proposed changes that are going to be coming here, I think right now you can make more money than ever before because you're going to get more double-sided deals. The ones that aren't selling, there's a higher chance that you're going to get the buyer on that home from your target marketing. So if you're doing that target marketing, fortunately somebody else isn't selling it in a day, you have time to get that marketing out there, pick up those clients, and potentially get both sides of that transaction. But I think people are desperate for an opportunity right now. Like, how do I fix my business? How do I handle coming changes? How do I sell the current inventory that I can't get sold? How am I dealing with these buyers and sellers having these unrealistic expectations because they've been reading headlines? I believe that, an awful lot of agents, they feel like they've been punched in the mouth. Over the last week or two, they really feel like they've been punched in the mouth. And what that means is some agents are standing there stunned. They can't believe this happened to them. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Others are fighting back. They're putting their head down, they're taking it on the chin, and they're digging into their business. And you've got that fight or flight mentality. My encouragement for you today is to have that fight, to say, I don't care what, I'm always going to be legal, honest, and ethical. I'm going to have morals. I'm going to do things the right way. So tell me what the changes are. I'm going to keep hustling forward. That's really all there is to it. I might need to make some adjustments. I can't say commission. I got to say concessions. Okay, fine, right? Like, big deal. We'll figure it out. As stupid as the changes were, as you can't say a master bedroom, it needs to be a primary bedroom. All the stupid things we have to do these days. So what? Let's keep hustling. Let's make some money. Don't need to spend a lot of money on target marketing. You can use that low-cost approach. We can, if we need to, we can go to a mailing list company. We can acquire an email list or a phone list or an address list to market directly to those people. But keep in mind, a lot of times we can take those email lists and not send them an email, but actually load that into Facebook custom audience so that that house shows up on their Facebook page. So I don't have to send mail. I don't have to hire a printer. I don't have to do any of that stuff. You can do that, provided budget is there to do so. But I want you to know you can do this in a low cost manner as well. Okay, but what I want to do is just bring up some listings and show you a little bit about kind of what I would do with some of these properties. So the first one I'm going to bring up is from Central Florida. This is one of our platinum members, Bent. He has a property here that I want to show. Let me share screen. And here's a property that he has listed right now. This must be on his main website, so it's just scrolling through the pictures. It's listed for $510,000. What's the first thing you guys notice? Now, if you look at this as an outsider looking in, we already know there's some adjustments that can be made here just on the house. Forget the price, marketing, whatever. So first thing, clean up all of this stuff. Curb appeal matters because people are shopping by pictures. Now, let me tell you, the inside of this house is gorgeous. But fixing that curb appeal, particularly if that were the first picture, that kitchen there, I would have that as the first picture. But a lot of this stuff needs just cut down, cleaned up, put a little bit of height there, if we put a taller bush or something like that, to make this thing look a little nicer. Forget the target marketing for a minute. Now, once we have the house looking the way that we want, then we say, okay, who's most likely to buy this home so I can market directly to them? I know their household income will be about a third of the purchase price. So we're going to say, $150,000 to $180,000, something like that. That total household income is the most likely to buy this property. We know they'll have a credit score of 680 or higher. So we're going to go with that as well. We're going to start looking at who is the most opportune buyer so we can target them. Now, again, you can go directly to Facebook. You can go to a mailing list. You can either load that mailing list on Facebook or mail to them directly. That can be text message, direct mail, like print and postage, or email. Either way is totally fine. But you really need to think about, because what I wanted to show you guys here, I've got a whole bunch of examples, and I just wanted to kind of scroll through some of these, because when you look at them, here's one from, who is this from? This is from Neil. Oh, this is in, here's why I wanted to show this, because I used to live here. This one is in Hamburg, New York. So here's a property here in Hamburg, New York. This is a new construction home. Obviously, it doesn't look like a real photo, which tells them, if you're looking at this online, what they're thinking is, I don't want to wait to build one. This looks really nice, but I don't want to wait to have that built. I want to buy right now. So I would be better off to show an ugly new construction picture with snow on the ground than I would to show a rendering. If it's really, if it's active right now. I didn't get into details, but I'm assuming if you have a listing that didn't sell, that it's active right now. So we've got it looks like it is, because you've got actual photos here. But I would not use the rendering as the first photo, because as an active buyer, the first thing I'm going to think is, well, I don't want to wait to build this thing. That looks really nice, but I don't want to wait to build that. So this is over by Buffalo. I used to race horses in Hamburg, New York. So I know the area well. But house looks absolutely gorgeous inside. I think part of our internet search problem is going to be that we show a rendering as the first page. Now, this looks like a real picture here. I would use the real picture. I would absolutely use the real picture, not the rendering, because this says that thing's ready to move in. So that can make a difference for you there. And then this is very, very unique for your area. There's not a lot of new construction. It's a much older area. So having a newer property like this, I think, is very marketable, but you got to go, same thing. What's the price on this thing? Who's the most opportune buyer? So when I go to Exact Data, when I go to infousa.com, any of these websites, I got to think, how am I choosing these people? Credit score, age, income, certain interests that they may have. If it's on the water, I can find people that own a boat. If it's got acreage, I can go with people that own horses or whatever the case is. But the fact is, even if it's a plain vanilla house, because I always get questions from agents, what if I just got a condo and there's 500 of them that are exactly the same? Well, who's the most opportune buyer? Who is most likely to buy that thing? Tell me, paint a picture in your head. Who's most likely to buy this property? Those are the selects that we're going to start writing down, so we know who we want to market to.
Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you're never going to see me again. I consistently put out regular content, and it's extremely helpful for real estate agents to grow their business. I want to keep you up to date on what's working so that you're in the know and you can take action accordingly. So be sure that you like and comment here, but most importantly, make sure you follow, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on anything. I'm here to help you in growing your business, and I'd love to do so. Follow right now.